Yeah. Oh man, I tell you, we did it. We did it. Look, this was an historic night in Georgia, in the United States, and I'm sure that a lot of people in countries beyond were very happy at the outcome. And you saw it, and it unfolded the way it did, and I'm so happy. I'm so very happy. Of course, we have two Democrats that are going to be heading to the United States Senate, and they will have the majority. No more Mitch McConnell in the majority leader position. Good riddance. And this is going to be a new day. We're going to have to continue to push and push the agenda that favors people and favors them over corporate profits. Because look, I'm not saying people can't have profits, but when are the people going to get profits? When are we going to have the kinds of things, the basics? When is the average person in this country going to have the basics? And I want to thank the voters of Georgia for electing Raphael Warnock, the Reverend, the good Reverend. I think he becomes only the fourth or fifth black man to be a U.S. senator from the South. I thought he was only the fourth or fifth black man ever to be a United States senator, but I'm not sure that that's true because of Reconstruction. Listen, I'm just very pleased that he has made it through. And look, John Ossoff is going to do the same thing. He's leading by around 12,000 votes and counting, and that will continue to increase. There's not. I doubt that there will be a recount by the time um, the full amount of votes are counted from Fulton County and a lot of other counties. You're going to see that lead for John Ossoff increase even more. I think it's going to get to at least, by the time we're all said and done, at least 50,000 votes. So that is going to be a lead that's going to grow, just like it did for Joe Biden just a couple of months ago. I want to just also say, as I do this, oh man, this is so good because I well, I told the story on Twitter. I designed this t-shirt here and did so in November. It arrived in late November, actually mid-November. I wore it at the beginning of December, and I was telling people offline that this was going to happen. I was very confident from the start. I thought the momentum would continue, and it has. And I want to thank especially uh, the Georgia voter, every one of you who voted for these two fine, upstanding men, um, these two great people. I'm thankful to you as someone here in California, in San Francisco. I'm very thankful to you, and I'm very thankful to your dedication because this is an onslaught. You had to vote several times over the last few months, and with the pandemic going on and everything else, stimulus checks being denied you because Mitch Mc, you know what, which I said on Twitter. If you want to look at my Twitter feed over the last 12 hours or so, I was not raised that way. So something, I was not raised that way. Okay. Oh, dearie me. But I do my cursing on Twitter. So go to go, go to the popcorn REEL if you want to see what I had to say about a number of people, including Mitch McConnell. Um, this is the guy that said no to $2,000 payments. This was the guy, you know. But I just want to say thank you to all Georgia voters who voted for these two fine, upstanding citizens. I also want to thank Stacey Abrams. Thank you so very much for all of your hard work, Stacey Abrams. Wow. I don't think America realizes how good they have it with Stacey Abrams. I really don't know that they do. And for black voters especially and black women, if it's not for black women in this country, I've said this over and over for black people, but if it's not for black women in this country, where would America be without black women and what they do? I on my podcast, the Politicrat Daily podcast, a few months ago, I had I think it was Dr. Avis on, Dr. Avis Jones DeWeaver, and we spent the first few minutes. I spent the first few minutes extolling the virtues of these great leaders, these great people who have really saved this country, put it on their shoulders, and carried it to better days. This is no exaggeration. Just read your history, and really don't get any credit. And as I remember Dr. Avis saying to me at the time, is you know that there are women, black women, who don't look for the credit, who aren't. That's not their first order of business. Their first order of business is getting results, getting things done. So again, major thanks to Stacey Abrams for all the work she's done, not just over the past year, but over the past 10, 12, 15 years, if not more, in Georgia and beyond. And also special thanks to Latasha Brown, who is the architect of Black Voters Matter. Um, I believe Cliff Albright as well. I hope I've got his name correct. But I want to really thank Latasha Brown. Praise to Chris as well, Cliff as well. But Latasha Brown, absolutely incredible work. And she and Cliff and Black Voters Matter, what they have done, they've changed this whole darn thing. They really have. Um, and a new day is dawning. This is going to be the reality as we start to see population shifts, demographic shifts, more black and brown people, fewer white people populating these metro areas, the white population itself declining and decreasing. You're going to see much more of what you saw tonight with Ossoff and Warnock winning their Senate races. Now, Warnock has been certified as a winner through the media. I must say that Ossoff has not yet been, but I guarantee you it's going to be only a matter of time, only a matter of hours, if a day at the very, very most, that news organizations will end up certifying him. But make no mistake, he is not going to lose his lead against David Perdue. I want to thank both these candidates for running excellent races. I thought they were both remarkably good. I thought Ossoff was particularly good. And the thing with Warnock that was so good is that he was just very confident, quiet confidence, just kept doing what he was doing. Even I had a couple of criticisms of him at the debate, didn't think he was forceful enough. Turned out there was a good reason why he didn't have to be forceful enough. In the debate, I thought he could have attacked more and jabbed more. Well, I hate that word, but you know what I mean. He could have been a bit more aggressive. He chose not to be, and it was a strategy that actually worked for him. And he outperformed everybody. He outperformed his buddy Ossoff. He outperformed Joe Biden from 2 months ago, as did Ossoff. He outperformed everybody who ran in this Georgia race out of all four candidates. So, wow, incredible. Join me, by the way, on Wednesday for a wrap up. I mean, that's what the episode is going to be, the wrap up edition of this whole kit and caboodle. So I hope you'll join me. Also visit thepoliticrat.com. Um, thank you very much, by the way, for you. Thank you for listening to my podcast. But not only that, thank you for all the effort that you put in. I mean, I busted my hump when I had the chance and when I had time to make phone calls, and you did too. So thank you very much for that. I'm really, we did this together. This is a team effort. People all over the country made phone calls. Thank you for donating to these two campaigns. Thank you for phone banking, for texting, for emailing. Um, everything that you did, marched, went from door to door if you're in Georgia during a pandemic. What the Democrats have done through grassroots organizations, I might add, not through the traditionals, not through all the moderates, but through grassroots and progressive organizations, has been absolutely outstanding. And I will say this: I hope that the mainstream corporate Democrats in the Democratic Party who have the leadership take special note and pay close attention to what Stacey Abrams has done, what Latasha Brown has done with Black Voters Matter, and also the work of Roland Martin. I should add his name to this too. Roland Martin was an absolute juggernaut over these last few weeks. He all he did was spend about a month or so, however long it was, in Georgia. He would travel back and forth. This guy, another big hand to him. Go visit his webpage, rolandmartinunfiltered.com. Just mammoth work by Roland Martin. So take your praise too, brother. And also to other people like Andrew Yang, who moved his entire family down there. And he can afford it, but good for him. He moved his entire family down there to get Asian Americans out to vote, to get that population out. And they also must be given a hand too, because they did vote. They did vote. Latinos and Latinas and Latinx voted, Asians voted, but it was the Black vote here that was the real story. I listened to all of these news broadcasts on the local level, especially WSB TV in Atlanta, Georgia, and also ABC. Well, not ABC, but the ABC affiliate is WSB TV. And all they were talking about was the Black vote was the big factor. The Black vote, the Black vote, the Black vote. So that's down to Black voters. That's down particularly to Black women. That is down to the organizers on the ground. Um, Phenomenal. Also, Linda Saussure as well, who played a role. A number of other people. I'm sorry I don't remember all of your names, but you're the ones. You're the ones. You are the ones who really powered this victory. And the agenda that we have must be listened to, not just in the Senate. We all have to be active, but in the White House as well. And just 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be sworn in, and they will have a majority Democratic House and a majority Democratic Senate with Kamala Harris's tie-breaking vote that will have them guided to a very good place. And we have to keep pushing them as well. But tonight, tomorrow, these next couple of days are a course for celebration. Uh, wow, what an extraordinary and historic night. It really was. Two runoff races swept by Democrats in the Deep South in Georgia. Come on. 2021, during a pandemic, during a coup attempt, there's going to be another phase to that coup attempt in a matter of hours when you're going to have some treasonous Republicans get up in the Senate in the joint session of Congress and in the House and try to challenge a legitimate, democratically elected president named Joe Biden. That's going to happen in a few hours' time. So, look, this is a really significant victory. And I really do hope that Democrats, again, these corporate Dems, pay attention to the kinds of strategies that are being used by Black, Latinx, Asian, grassroots, and progressive organizations and stop shunning them. When you need to have some help, seek them out. Seek them out. Use their expertise. They know what they're doing. Take their template and use it. Use them, recruit them, make them your consultants. They know what they're doing. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Black people powered Joe Biden to victory in these big states. The 5 states that I keep talking about, Wisconsin. I mean, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Georgia. I mean, the 4 states, whatever. But this was because Black activists, Black organizers, um, you know, and Latinx organizers, these folks were on the ground. And Biden's campaign did not really um, avail themselves, and they should have. And listen, any of these Democrats now have got no excuse, no more excuses, um, not to derail this joy that I have, but we've got to be real and honest with each other and ourselves. No excuses anymore. These are the organizations you need to be recruiting and using in your campaigns and employing. And you just have to do it because, again, the country is becoming black and more brown. And you cannot afford to continue to ignore the organizing power of black women, of black voters, of these other organizations. I keep talking about them, these grassroots organizations, the Latinx community, very diverse communities. You can't ignore that. That's a lot of political power that you are ignoring if you do not start to collaborate with these organizers. They absolutely have a lot of power, and we saw it with these two incredible wins. Not incredible because I predicted that they would win. I was telling a lot of people offline about it. I know I'm bragging, but so what? Come on. Oh, dearie me. Well, I'm so proud. You know, you come on. This is gold. Um, join me on Wednesday for another edition of the Politicrat Daily podcast. Thank you for your support, and thank you for everything that you did to get these two Democratic senators to Washington, D.C.